Look, the DOGE agenda isn't about government efficiency. It's about breeding corruption at the expense of the safety of the American people, particularly Americans living in rural or remote parts of the country. They don't care about public safety. They don't care about emergency management, and they don't care about free speech, all of which are harming American people. In fact, I'm going to skip off real quick because they have tried to come for you, Ms. Mayor, and I just want to clarify. You did not work for NPR when those statements were made, did you?
That is correct, Madam
And to
Chair.
be clear, free speech is not about whatever it is that y'all want somebody to say. And the idea that you want to shut down everybody that is not Fox News is bullshit. We need to stop playing because that's what y'all are doing in here. You don't want to hear the opinions of anybody else. And the Constitution says Congress shall make no law respecting or establishing of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the
gentlewoman's time has expired. The gentlewoman's time has expired.
The First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which applies to Congress, states that Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. This means Congress cannot pass laws that limit or restrict the freedom of speech or the press. Here's a more detailed explanation. First Amendment. The First Amendment, part of the Bill of Rights, is a cornerstone of American democracy, guaranteeing fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion, and the right to assemble and petition the government. Congress and the First Amendment. The First Amendment specifically restricts the power of Congress, the legislative branch, to enact laws that would infringe upon these freedoms. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment protects the right of individuals to express themselves freely, including through spoken words, written words, symbolic actions, and other forms of expression. Freedom of the press. The First Amendment also protects the freedom of the press, which is crucial for a free and informed public. Limitations. While the First Amendment protects free speech, it does not provide absolute protection. Certain types of speech, such as incitement to violence, defamation, and obscenity, are not protected under the First Amendment. State action. The First Amendment generally constrains only government action, also called state action, not private entities. Levels of scrutiny. Courts often analyze free speech challenges by applying different levels of scrutiny, such as strict scrutiny or intermediate scrutiny, depending on the nature of the speech and the government action. Examples of protected speech. The National Constitution Center notes that even entertainment, vulgarity, hate speech, bigoted speech about particular races, religions, sexual orientations, and the like blasphemy, speech that offends people's religious sensibilities, and violent video games are protected by the First Amendment. Examples of unprotected speech. The First Amendment does not protect the use of nonverbal symbols to directly threaten, discriminate against, nor harass an individual or encroach upon or destroy private property.